Ladies and gentlemen, it's another review week. The week where we go over a bunch of cool stuff, whether it is basic blasters, pro blasters, modded stuff, whatever it is. And we got quite an interesting lineup this week, so y'all might want to stick around and see what kind of goodies we got in store for y'all. And in this episode, we got a very special box. A box from Temu. And this has a blaster I've seen floating around the internet in a few spots, and I wanted to give myself a little crack at. This is the blast gun, as it says here. I see no other name. Caution. The blast gun caution is what I'm going to call it, because screw it. Let's take a look at this interesting thing. Included in the box is the core blaster itself, stock, disattached, unattached. That can just be simply attached by a clip. Ammo storage, that can be clipped onto the blaster. 12 darts, and instructions in multiple different languages that are real hard to look at. So why should you pay any mind to this blaster? Well, it's quite an interesting style of blaster, actually. It's this cool shotgun-looking revolver style of blaster. And there's not terribly many things you see looking like this, frankly. I really like the look of it. It's a real sleek blaster, very slim, very nimble design. And as I said, I've seen it circling around on a couple of things on the internet already. And I, of course, wanted to take my crack at it, because, naturally. But I like things like this. I like styles of blasters that look like this. And, well, let's just go over kind of all the little features on it. I mean, first things first, we got a whole line of rail on the top, which I believe is just straight up Picatinny. It looks like Picatinny. So you could attach a blaster or clips or scopes or anything. I say blaster if you're using like the X-Shot Insanity stuff. You could use those rail attachments to attach another blaster on here if you wanted to. But there's that all along the top. There's also some of it here on the bottom. Oops. Right here on the bottom, right in front of the pump grip. And right here is your pump grip. As you see, it's got this cool auto return, which also cycles the cylinder. It rotates on prime, which I like a lot better than rotating after prime or rotating on trigger pull. The cylinder is a 6-round cylinder and can be loaded from both sides and from the front actually quite easily. And of course, if you really need to, you could just cycle through. And it comes with 6 of these darts, or 12 of these darts, and you can just load them in just like so. Put your darts in, cycle. Which is actually quite easy and quite handy. Woo! Oh gosh, I'm knocking stuff over. If you remember when I talked about the strike back, the N-Series strike back, I really like the look and the feel of that blaster as well. Because it's kind of the same thing. This semi-short stocked, pump action, 6-shot as well. 6-shot? 5-shot? 6-shot. Kind of the same feel of blaster. And I really like just this kind of run and gun, pump action kind of blaster. It's just a fun, tactile feel to me that I really enjoy. Tactile? That might not be the right word. But I just love the overall feel and vibe of the blaster. What am I talking about right now? This whole video is going to be real interesting how it actually comes out. I'm hoping you understand what I'm saying when I'm talking about this blaster. And maybe it's just because it's a weird off-brand blaster, or the fact that it's from Temu, I'm getting cursed right now, and I just can't English. So that could be its own whole thing right there. But the long story short is, I like the blaster. It's a fun, enjoyable blaster. Oh, and I guess I forgot to show off. It's got dart storage. You just slip some of your darts here on the side. Holds 6 extra darts. I think I dropped one on the floor. Yeah, I dropped one on the floor. 6 extra darts on there with 6 in the chamber. And this thing actually, I feel this could be a good starter blaster for something like HVZ. Because you have quick firing with the pump action and 6 shots, which is a decent amount of capacity, especially for something like Maryland, which the first round is 6 round and under capacity blasters. So I might honestly consider using this thing or even just bringing this thing to Maryland because it might actually be pretty useful. And it's also got dart storage on the side, so if I need to, I can just boop. I will say this though, the dart storage is a little bit tight, so you gotta be careful of possibly damaging your dart if you just rip it out of there. But, woo, it's a little zippy too. But I actually want to find out just how zippy this thing is. Let's put her over the chronograph here and see what she's getting. We got our chronograph here, which is going to measure how fast our projectiles will be flying out of this blaster. I'll be firing, of course, 6 of the included ammo and some nitro shot to follow. Because nitro shot is my standard, I am going to keep it that way. So, firing first with the included hard plastic tipped elite dart looking FVJ things. They're a little bit squishy, but they're not as soft and squishy as an elite dart. But long story short, what are we getting here? 57. Okay. 59. 58. 59. 60. And 61. So average right under 60, but it kept right around that FPS pretty consistently, actually. I mean, our lowest shot was 57, high was 61, so that's only a 4 FPS difference. Let's check the consistency with nitro shot darts now. All right, got our nitro shot darts loaded. Let's see what this sucker's getting. 57, 59, 57, 62, 60, 58. So with nitro shot right around the same average, actually, right at 59. So I suppose, yeah, 59, 60 FPS for this thing, which for this kind of blaster isn't terrible, actually. I mean, obviously, it could be better, but just for a simple little blaster you could have and just pick up quite easily. I hear it's also on Amazon. Not just Temu. But it's, yeah, it's not terrible. Let's check it out down the range and see what we're getting. All right, I got our blast gun caution loaded up with the stock ammo it came with, and then nitro shot on the other side. Let's see what our stock ammo is hitting here at 20 feet. Ooh. Every single one of those hit the target. How about that? Every single one of those stock darts hit the target. I am slightly baffled because usually that style of dart isn't accurate. Huh. Let's try with nitro shot. I swear if I miss a shot with nitro shot, I'm going to be upset. Shooting a lot higher now. Hold on. There we go. Dang! This thing's actually pretty accurate. With both dart types. And just the fact I can do that, I love spinning blasters. And this style of blaster is just perfect to do that with. Trigger is a little bit light though, so you can't like spin it and then, well, you could if you do it slowly, but if you do it right. Yeah, I know. I would do that and then bind up. I will also say this, it does not have slam fire. So unfortunately you can't hold the trigger and prime it, you're just gonna defire. Well, you can still rack it off. pretty quickly. Let's finish talking about this thing. Gosh, it's so much fun. Oh my gosh. Actually, one more thing I'm gonna do. I have it loaded up again with the other 6 shots. I'm gonna just rapid fire it and just see what that looks like. So I think I missed only like 1 or 2 shots there, but dang, this thing is so much fun. I love the feel of it, and I mean, this, considering that the whole blaster just fits into this size too. Actually, let's go talk about that over here real fast. So what was I all excited about just a second ago? Well, you can take the stock off, no cutting required. And remember that whole thing I said about this all being Picatinny rail up here? If you do it right, you could attach this to the bottom of another blaster. Say with like the X-Shot Insanity clips, you could do that and attach it to another blaster with Picatinny on the bottom. I'm trying to look at my stuff that's available right now to see if I can do that. Actually, give me 1 second. So what I have here is my boy, the Quinlan, and I have one of the Insanity clips. If I slide this, ooh, it fits, but it's nice and tight, which is good. If I slide this on here and then slide that on, oh my gosh. Slide this onto here. Master key, baby. Oh, jeepers. Just, honestly, could I fit this? Oh, no, I can't. Darn it. Can I slide this back a little bit more, though? Knocking all sorts of stuff over. But if I put this on like that, yeah, you could be sniping like this and then have a blaster at the ready, right at the front. Oh my gosh. That is so crazy. I'm going to take this apart and then I'm going to finish talking about it. I will also have you guys know that bit took way too long to try to set up because I actually had to find one of these little suckers to do that. But that's just all to say, this blaster has potential. And maybe sometime I'll actually open it up and see what kind of power I can get out of it. Maybe get it up to the 80s, if I'm lucky. Just to give it some more zip. But even in its stock form, the blast gun caution is a lot of fun. And yes, that is going to be the name I give it. The caution. The blast gun caution. Or maybe just the caution. Because be careful with this thing. You might just get hooked. But let me know what you guys think of this funky little blaster I got from Temu and that you can get anywhere randomly online. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Can it stand up though? I don't think it can. Dagblam it. It won't stand. But whatever. Let me know what you guys think. I have a lot of fun with this blaster. I might just bring this to Maryland. You guys might see me there using it. And I hope to see you guys in another video. Bye!